Falling in Love with the Girl Next Door is really enjoyable. This was released in 2006. It's directed by Armand Mastroianni and written by Nemeth, and I apologise if I'm mispronouncing any of these names. It also stars Crystal Allen, Ken Marino, Paddy Duke, Patrick Duffy, Shelley Long, and Bruce Boxleitner, and I really enjoyed the concept, but I want to read you this one-sentence description from IMDb. I don't usually read out descriptions on IMDb, but occasionally, if it's really well written and something that really drew me in, I will, and this says, Mark Lucas and Theresa Connolly fall in love, but their overbearing mothers ruin their wedding plans and possibly their future together. The characters of the overbearing mothers I love, which worked very well for me because Shelley Long is the reason that I watched this. Absolutely love her, watching all of her films. Not many to go. And this one, as I hurtle towards the end of them, is really, really great. She plays Betsy Lucas, of course, Mark's mother. We also have Paddy Duke as Bridget, Theresa's mother, and Theresa and Mark are getting married, but the mothers have this rivalry between them, and they're described in the film as being like the Montagues and the Capulets, which I think was a little cheesy and a little cliche. They didn't need to describe that to get the point across, but that is basically what's going on here. It's not necessarily the whole families. In fact, I loved the fathers. We have James and Frank, and I just think they were so brilliant, and they're definitely not feuding the way the mothers are, and I just think it was very funny, very entertaining, and I imagine relatable for some people. It wouldn't surprise me if people do find themselves in a similar situation, and of course the big question is, will they be able to put their differences aside, or will Theresa and Mark realise that there's no way they can get married, they can't have a happy life together if their parents, their mothers, are constantly going to be bickering? And it's not just that they don't like each other, it's that they do wind each other up, they say nasty things about each other, they're very proactive in their dislike of one another, and it is very funny within the context of the film, but obviously in real life, that will be a very frustrating situation to be in. I wouldn't say it's laugh out loud funny, but I think we have some great performances. We also have some very moving moments, and I think it's very easy to see Mark and Theresa's frustration at the situation that's happening, and as I said, if a person can relate to this situation, if you are the child of a parent who hates your partner's parent, whether that's feuding mothers or anything else like that, I can imagine it's going to be quite a tough watch in some ways, but also inspiring. I think there are some good perspectives here. It can help people to reassess their behaviour and how it might be affecting other people. So I think it has a lot to offer. We do have some funny moments, and as I said, the fathers are just an absolute delight as well. But for me, it's Betsy and Bridget, the mothers, who really stole the show. Which is definitely the point, because the planning for Mark and Theresa's wedding suddenly becomes all about this feud, and it's no longer about their love. And it definitely helps to highlight that this kind of behaviour is unacceptable when your children are getting married, because you're making it all about you and the feud and not about the children. So I found that to be a pretty powerful way to deliver the message. I really thoroughly enjoyed this. As a Shelley Long fan, I loved her in this. If you are considering watching this as a Shelley Long fan, I can confirm that obviously her performance was fabulous, the character she plays is wonderful, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Needless to say, Falling in Love with the Girl Next Door is a brilliant film, very well done. I am slightly biased because of my love of Shelley Long, but I do think the characters are very well written, the situations are very believable, it definitely has a lot to offer, and if it sounds like it would appeal to you, then I definitely recommend it.